iron ore and everything else like that, you have to go and mine a particular number of them. Okay. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so the tree I need to actually put the product self.types equals products. Okay, so now I'm setting, I guess I could just use self.types here the whole time, but whatever. Okay, now my resource manager should be correct. It doesn't yet track trees. So if this one for each of these needs to be a ground resource, don't you? Okay, we need to require those things. Ground resource source. Require tree resource source. Okay. And I'm actually probably going to do the trees with like half the range. I feel like I don't want to do all the trees. Well, whatever. We'll do it the same. Let's just pull this out. Just in case we want to make changes to it later. Oh, interesting. I'm using the array version of it. Seems risky. Okay. It also makes these lines much more readable. Okay, now this is going to be type equals tree. Trees. And then I think what I would really love to do for the trees is like limit it at 100 trees. I don't know. Something like that. And then if we need to, we could research, like search another area for more resources. Say like we need to move or whatever. The other thing we could do would be to create a tree finder that like gradually expands from the player's position, keeps track of what the trees that are available are in that area. For now, we'll just go and keep track of all the trees that we see within a 100 unit radius, 100 tile radius. Okay, the other thing I can do now is clear up all of this stuff and make it just an array of strings. Which I thought of because I was using pairs instead of iPairs. Stupid. Atom plus Lua, my two favorite technologies. Okay, so now we want for J. Oh no, I have the tree already. So now I just want self.sources. We'll just do this line again, basically. Remember that this is now going to be entity equals entity. And then this is going to be a tree resource. Entity equals tree. All right. So now that's all set up. So for the tree resource source, we have the mine entity task. That's correct. For the ground resource source, we need to put in an option. So the mine entity task, does that take quantity? No. Gather resources task. This one has the quantity, self-quantity. And the range is 4. Okay, cool. So this one does not handle moving to the target. Well, that's a little unfortunate. This one doesn't handle moving. This one doesn't handle quantity. So I guess we could just do... I guess that makes sense, because this one is actually about destroying an entity, mining out a whole entity. The other one is about like mining a number of a particular resource. Maybe I could expand this so that it will move. Because this one, I guess, supports the fact where if you said, like, give me 1,000 iron ore, and it mined out one patch, and it would have to move to another patch. But the range is only 4, so it's still only looking for... So the question is, what should the ground resource source in queue? I guess it would need to be this, right? And then maybe I need to put prerequisites on this to find, to do a move to. Okay, well that's okay. We can just move. We can do the move to from the ground resource source. This is a bit where it's getting a little bit tricky because now we're pushing multiples, pushing multiple tasks into the queue. We'll see. We'll see. Excuse my slurping the coffee. Okay. It's fine. Everything is fine. So we want to push start, right? Yeah, list of goals. So we want to do a move to... Oh, I need to require these as well. Tasks. Move to point. Is that what this is? Gather resource. Yes, move to point. Oh, I see. And the position is just X and Y. Got it. Okay. Self dot entity position. Okay. And then we're going to mine that entity. Well, no. So now we want to do a mine resource because we only want to mine a certain amount. Okay, so it's going to be... Oh, interesting. Oh, I could just set the target when I... Okay, great. So this is mine resource task. Okay. Target is going to be the self.entity. And quantity is going to be opt.quantity. Okay. How do we get to this song again? I feel like we listened to this song just now. I'm suspicious of the musical playlist now because I put it on random and I click next and it just went to the next song instead of going to a random song. So we'll see. Okay, so there's that. We need to include these task slash move to point task. It's a little m. Okay. Okay, and then I think there was something in the tree resource we had to do. Well, first of all, we have to require this as well. Oh, that's mine entity though. Okay. Okay, so now we have a bunch of resource sources. We have a bunch of them. They have different types: ground resource and tree resource. Um, I guess what we want to do now is ask the resource manager to fetch us, I guess, two pieces of wood, two pieces of raw wood. And the idea is I'm going back to my control here. So I'm building this module. My next, I guess the next task would be to, well, build this burner to burner module. Prerequisite for that would be to have the ingredients required to build a burner miner drill, which are 3 gear wheels, 1 stone furnace, and 3 iron plates. Prerequisites for all of those things would be furnace is just going to be stone, so we're going to need to get 5 stone. The gear wheels are going to be 2 iron plates per wheel. So if we need 3, we need 6 iron plates, and we currently have 4, which means we need to get 2 more iron plates. And then we need 3 more iron plates, which makes it a total of 5 from what we have now. But once we build the module, actually maybe that's what I should add. We need to have, because you see I got 3 here for 2 wood. That's, not great. Oh, there's still wood in there, okay. I just ran out of wood here. But that's okay, 1 wood here, 1 wood here gives you 3 plates. So now that I have this module, I need a module gather resource, or module resource source that provides me whatever the module provides. In this case, the module provides the things that we have in our product list in our module. So take a look here at burner to furnace. The outputs here are iron plates at building number 2. Building number 2 being the iron ore, being the stone furnace. So assuming that we do, man, what did I do wrong here? This is not iron ore, this is a coal. We put it on iron ore. We put coal in both. There we go. Okay, great. And this type actually could just be fuel. And then that would allow us to automatically figure out what we need to put in, but I think coal works better anyway. For the purposes of testing the tree resource, I guess. So the next step would be to take the resource manager and have a function called get resource. And we're going to take the player, we're going to take a type, and we're going to take a quantity. So we're going to say to the resource manager, hey, give me 10 coal. The resource manager will have to find the best source for type, whatever the type is. If it can't get enough of that quantity, maybe recurse. We probably need to wait until we're finished. So maybe we just like get as many as we can. Maybe that's the contract for this function, is get as many as we can up to that quantity, which means this is going to be the max quantity. And so then if I say I want to get 10 raw wood, I'm still only going to do the work to mine out one tree. And then once that mining is done, the building manager will check again and say, oh, I still need 8 wood. So resource manager, give me 8 wood. The resource manager will enqueue another task to get another tree. So it is a little bit like circular, but it means that the logic in here in the get resources is much simpler. We just need to remember that we're not able to reliably say like, hey, I enqueued that task, it's done, now I know I have all the trees that I need. Yeah, so that's just a thing we need to keep in mind. Unfortunately, everybody, I am flat out of time. I gotta go make sure I'm, doing my job that pays me. As much as I love hacking on Factorio AIs. So thanks very much for hanging out. I know it's early for me on the West Coast. Maybe if you're watching from somewhere else, it's like the afternoon or evening.